Alrighty, doing up some wings here, baby. Got some hickory burning there. Want to get a nice smoky flavor. So start off with, these are just wings in Frank's hot sauce. Nothing special there. That's just the first coat though. So I'm going to plop these babies on, and after they've kind of seared a little bit, I'm going to get a good hot fire going here. Then I'm going to add butter and Scorpion Trinidad to the sauce and re-dip them probably at least 3 times, maybe 4, depending on how I feel. But that's basically it. So I'll be back when these have cooked a little bit. Alrighty, now I added more Frank's hot sauce there, and that's a stick of butter that I melted and put it in them. Just pour it in there, and that'll add a nice fat. But for the secret ingredient though is my Scorpion. It's just in a jar, but this stuff was smoked and then dehydrated, and we're just going to start putting it in. Let's see. I want these to be hot, and they'll be hot. So now it's just a matter of stirring this all around. I call this particular sauce, I can't believe it's not poison. But from this point on, what I'll be doing is pulling the wings off periodically and recoating them and putting them back on the grill, and that way the flavors will cook in. I gotta say, the butter does have a way of toning down on the heat, because the butter obviously is fat, and fat acts like, well, that just tones down the heat a little bit. But it's going to be hot regardless. That Scorpion is it's not to be trifled with. But this will make, I don't know, I'm thinking this batch here will probably be about a 7 or an 8. I made a 10 the other day, which was ridiculous, but to some people this might be ridiculous, but this will be good. Okay, I got my buddy Pete here helping me with this video recording here. He's a Dino De Laurentiis, so this is going to come out perfect. He's also a victim of my wings. How hot were the last wings, Pete?
They were very hot. They were the hottest I've had yet.
Yeah. Well, come up here, Pete, and let's get a shot of what we got going here. Okay, now this was just the first level here. That was just the Frank's hot sauce on it with nothing else. Now what I'm going to do is take all these wings off and re-dip them. I had, Pete, before you came, I did a video of adding the butter and the Scorpion, Trinidad Scorpion to the sauce. So now we're getting serious about the trade. So I take them all off, and as you can see, they got a nice, you know, I don't know if you want to call that singed or
seared.
Or seared. Good. See that?
I'm glad I am learning something here.
Well, I'm learning something because I suck when it comes to narrating these things. So I'm glad you're here for this. Matter of fact, we're going to go. Pete had inspected my my Candyman van, and we're going to go pick it up then. His wife is making some margaritas as we speak. So I'm hoping that I'll make it back. Okay, now, Pete, if you step up here, so I'm just going to take these here and coat them real nice. These won't be quite the 10 that I made for you the other day. That was an accident, actually. I was sprinkling the sauce on, and right at the last dip, a cat-size marble size chunk of Scorpion came out, and I was going to pull it out, but I said, screw it. Those came out to be a 10. These, I suspect, will be about a 7 or so. But Pete knows that my 7s are, like I mentioned before, my sauce that I make here, I call this, I can't believe it's not poison. And most people who have them can realize why. So now that they're all covered again, we're going to plop them back on there. If you pan down towards the fire there, Pete,
Yep.
you can see that I put a couple strips of oak on there too, because the hickory doesn't make a very good charcoal base. And if I just went with pure hickory, I would get plenty of flame, but not much charcoal. So I put a little bit of red oak on there. Now this will be one of, well, this is the second applying, but I will do this probably at least 2 more times. And that way they get coated real well. And then all that's left is, it'll be all over but the crying. Pete's son, Joey, I stopped by the other day, and he was having, what, you guys are having sausage or something?
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he was suffering from the Gagne effect.
Yes.
What exactly is the Gagne effect, Pete?
It's where you can't possibly eat anything else hot enough to satisfy your spicy urge. It just doesn't. Nothing is ever hot enough anymore to satisfy the urge. It's the Gagne effect.
Well, now that I have them hooked, they're at my mercy. But that's okay. I guess, you know what, I'm going to plop one more piece of hickory on there. I've got the big chunk here. And
It's good things my legs are functioning today.
yeah, right. Yeah. Pete's
For
got
some
bad
strange
knees.
reason.
Yeah, but anyway, so
Because I've only had one margarita so far, so it's not that.
we're going to go drink some margaritas, people. But I'm going to close this up. And I have both of my lids on, which means it'll probably get up to a temperature of about maybe, I don't know, 250 on the growing surface. And that should be good. Hopefully I don't forget to come back. You know how margaritas have that effect. But Pete, you can just hit the pause button there and okay. Back from Margaritaville. Pete's wife Julie made some excellent margaritas. Matter of fact, I hated to pull myself away from them as they were killer, nice and tart like I like them. But anyway, as you can see, that these are getting nice. As a matter of fact, for all intent purposes, they're done. But I'm just plopping them back in the sauce. I'll re-stir them, put them back on, and then that'll probably be it. So I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. Okay, what is this? The third dipping? That you're looking pretty good there. I gotta mention that these are just store-bought wings. Linda found them on sale, and so they're the small version. They save the big ones for the commercial smoke. They save the big ones for the institutional use, but they'll do. I still got a good amount of salt left, so I'll probably dip them one more time, and that'll be it. I got the fires. At this point here, I'm just going to throttle it down and let it just smoke away, because, like I said, the wings are done for all intent purposes, so it's just a matter of glazing them and smoking them up. So we'll be back. Alrighty, wing fans. That is the last coating of sauce I'm going to put on. I'm firing. I put more oak on, and I want to get back up to temperature, because this marinade, which basically what it is, here, let me get out of it, was done with the raw chicken, so that gets tossed, and I got to bring the final coating back up to temperature. Don't want to make anybody sick, you know, and if they are going to get sick, it's because of the spices and not because of raw chicken. So I'll just leave them on and let that fire burn down, and that'll be it. After that, it's nothing but the crying left. Good stuff. Alrighty, there we have it. Ready to dig into some wings here. just licking my fingers on it. I'm saying, yeah, it's a 7. It's a 7. I don't know how many I'm going to get through here, but it don't matter. I'll take some over to Pete and Joey, make sure they get their fix, if you will. But that's how I make my wings. So, like I said, no big deal. Frank's butter, but the secret ingredient is the Trinidad Scorpion. And it doesn't get any better than that as far as I'm concerned. Bon appetit. Wow. Alrighty. About 10 or so wings into it. And it's more like an 8. I may even have to take a sip of that beer. Ooh, they're good.